Hey there, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Erik Kostrzewa here with another Thursday edition of Beyond the Forecast. We're going to dive right into things. Happy summer. Officially became summer at 4:51 today. The summer solstice happening on June 20th this year, and that's where we are right now. It's kind of felt like summer at times throughout the spring, which we're used to. May and June can get pretty toasty around here, but now that we are officially into summer, we wanted to take a deeper dive into what that will look like for us. We're expecting these hot temperatures continue and when our current heat wave is expected to finally break. Now, what we're going to do first is show you what's happening outside right now. Then we'll get into the next 3 months or so going into August and September, which is when we start to see some of our cooler temperatures returning. For right now, I'm going to put the graphics back up. I'm going to get the generic background behind us. We're going to get things rolling here. We don't have a whole lot of activity to talk about besides a few showers out there near Mount Pleasant, Gladwin, Midland, even one such shower in and around Owasso. A lot of the activity, thunder and lightning in particular, has been staying away from us. We are just primarily seeing some extra clouds because we are currently experiencing winds that are coming off of Lake Huron. Very interesting way that our wind direction is after our heat wave has been pretty much toasting all of us. The only relief that we were able to get was if you were on the immediate lakeshore. We are continuing to see those winds off of Lake Huron right now, and that's what's giving us some slightly cooler air in the 60s and 70s. The only spot that's in the 80s right now, which we have not seen at this hour the last couple of days, is into Flint. Also want to zoom in on some of these temperatures. Now, it's not necessarily eye-popping here across Interstate 69, but check out closer to Lake Huron. It's only 60 in Lexington. When we were talking on NBC 25 at 6, it was 55 in Lexington. Only 60 in Harbor Beach as well. 60s in throughout the central and eastern portions of Huron County. And then as you get a little bit further removed from Lake Huron, we're at 77 in Chesaning, 68 though in Linwood right now, 69 in Tawas City, and then 76 in West Branch. You can see the wind direction at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, primarily coming off of Lake Huron. That lake shadow is what's giving us that overall uncomfortable feeling, or at least sweeping that on out of here. We're going to continue with some of the slightly cooler air coming off of Lake Huron tomorrow, and then we'll all get back into the 80s and 90s on Saturday as this system right here, this low that is continuing to spin, will be coming right up into the Upper Peninsula, and that's going to drag this warm front up into the state of Michigan once again. It came through last night as a cold front. We are just seeing some of those more robust showers and storms happening more to our south right now. Here's what we will wake up to. Low to mid 60s is expected for all of us. So slightly cooler air could give you some relief if you want to open up the windows tonight. Then we'll get a little bit toastier. As you go on the immediate lakeshore and north of the Saginaw Bay, we'll still be in the 60s and 70s. But because of more of a southwesterly wind that'll kick back in, a lot of us will get into the mid to upper 80s. So back into the hot, humid conditions for Friday. And then Saturday morning, it's Friday night and Saturday morning, we'll see some 60s from about Bay City, Mount Pleasant, and points north, and then it's low 70s. So a little bit less relief coming into Saturday morning, and then we'll primarily south of a front. So the front is actually going to be right about here as we go into our Saturday afternoon and evening. So north of that, we'll actually be stuck in the 70s. As you go further to the south, you can see more 80s to around 90, and the best chance of 90 degrees out there both Friday and Saturday will come along Interstate 69. It is also going to stay muggy to nasty conditions with those dew points, the high humidity levels. We'll stick around all Friday and all of Saturday. We'll really start to see some relief on Sunday, and especially as we get into Monday, but another bump up in the humidity levels will come Tuesday and Wednesday with a secondary round of some showers and storms. And that looks like it's when we could potentially see our best chance of severe weather in this extended forecast. Not necessarily going to come with us on Friday and Saturday, just a limited severe weather threat then. And Tuesday and Wednesday, when we start to really pump those high heat, high humidity values back into the state, and we see a more significant cold front, that will give us a better chance at some strong to severe storms. For the rest of this evening, outside of a stray shower or storm, we will stay quiet, stay dry through the overnight. Friday morning, got some sunshine to go along with a little bit of cloud cover. And as that warm front continues to lift through the area, we will see a smattering of some showers and storms, just kind of like we saw out there today to our south. We'll have that here in mid-Michigan for our Friday afternoon and evening. For Saturday morning, as that warm front continues to lift on in, we will see some heavier rainfall, especially along and north of US 10. If you're south of that, you will stay primarily dry on Saturday. And then with the cold front Saturday night, we will see some extra showers and storms coming on through. We'll have to watch that for additional strong storm potential. Right now, it is a stationary boundary, so not a whole lot of movement with this frontal boundary, that difference between the cooler temperatures to the north, hot and humid conditions to the south into Metro Detroit. That'll lift off to the north. We'll be off to our north Saturday evening, and then a cold front sweeps on in into Sunday morning. We will also have a trailing area of cooler air. So a pocket of cooler air will generate some showers. Those will primarily stay to our north and to our east. High pressure will build in, give us some sunshine to end the day on Sunday, and also for our Monday. And then a cold front again approaches the area into Tuesday and Wednesday, gives us another shot of some cooler, more comfortable conditions in the 70s for Thursday and beyond. But ahead of it on Tuesday and Wednesday is when we could start to see some of those strong to severe storms. So we'll watch that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, as well as tomorrow into Saturday night. So tomorrow afternoon and evening, Saturday night, Sunday morning, and then Tuesday and Wednesday. 3 chances of storms and 3 opportunities for some strong to severe weather, which has primarily missed us most of this year. We have had some shots of some more, exuberant storms, but overall, things have been quiet here as opposed to other parts of the state, Metro Detroit, west side of the state, where they have had some more significant storms compared to what we have had. On our first day of summer, we also now have a normal high of 80, and it'll stay in the 80s until we get through August for that normal high. So normal, what is to be expected for this time of the year, will primarily be in the 80s, and we'll get some of those normal lows in the 60s here in probably a few weeks as well. If you wanted to go out to the water tomorrow, primarily we're talking about Lake Huron. We will see air temperatures in the 60s in through the thumb, the Bay region in the 70s. Could see a stray shower or storm. We're going to watch that potential. Winds will be out of the northeast, 5 to 10, even 5 to 15 on the bay, which will generate 1 to 2 foot waves. Also want to give you a travel forecast, no matter where you may be going, north, south, east, west, into Canada, down to Cleveland, out to Chicago. Wanted to touch on those conditions because it's not going to be the same as what we're seeing here. Into Chicago, we'll primarily have dry conditions and a little bit hotter of those conditions as well. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, daylight hours should be dry in Chicago. We'll be up to 92 on Saturday, a lot of heat and humidity. We will have a chance of a few showers and storms. Into Grand Haven on Saturday, primarily dry Friday into Sunday, and same thing into Kalamazoo. We'll have 90s Friday and Saturday as well. Going down to Toledo, we'll have some showers and storms Friday and also Sunday. Same thing into Detroit Friday and Sunday, and also Friday here in Flint. We will have a few showers. The Sunday chance is mainly going to be in the morning. We will see some slightly cooler air returning then. And then further to the north, where I know a lot of us like to go up north here during the weekends, Houghton Lake, we will have kind of a crummy Saturday. We'll see several rounds of showers and storms. We'll also have a few showers and storms on Friday. Port Austin looks like your best chance of showers and storms during the daytime hours will be Saturday. Alpena, Traverse City also on Saturday, and then into the Upper Peninsula, just cooler 50s and 60s with quite a bit of rain Saturday and Sunday. So not looking like the best day out there if you're going to be heading up into the Upper Peninsula this weekend. Now for our summer outlook. So we've been hot all 2024, and that's not going to change as we go into the summer. Of course, this is a average of June, July, August, and into September. So we're averaging out that 3-month period. So it's a little bit of June, all of July, all of August, and a little bit of September. We are likely going to be above normal with near normal conditions happening off to our west, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. We will have a better opportunity at seeing above normal temperatures overall. Doesn't mean we couldn't have some cooler days. Doesn't mean we couldn't have some really hot days. But overall, we will be averaging maybe a degree or two warmer than the 80s that we usually expect during the summer months. So get ready for a pretty toasty summer ahead. We've already seen that as we coasted out of spring here over the last several days, and we'll have near normal chances for precipitation. Above normal chances will be off to our southeast, below normal out to the west, and those below normal precipitation chances off to our west could bring a higher severe weather threat here as some of that drier air actually gets pushed off to the east. It will be higher up in the atmosphere, and that allows for some of those ingredients for severe weather to be a little bit more supercharged. So we could see more of those severe weather chances going throughout the summer into fall. So I would say buckle up for July, August, and September. Those will likely be the most significant severe weather months for us as we get hotter, as we get more humidity, and as we still see that dry condition off to the west coming on in and sweeping on through as well. Not seeing any comments, so if there's anything that you guys want to hear more about, would love to tell you more, but I'll leave this 7-day forecast up. I'll continue to check the comments, but that's really going to be about it. Just wanted to touch on summer a little bit more. This heat wave, which I'll show you here, is going to start to break, as you can see with our 7-day forecast. We're going to see the hot temperatures through Saturday. Sunday into Monday, we'll get a pocket of some cooler temperatures. The hot temperatures will stay off to our west, and then we'll get another blip of the hot conditions Tuesday into Wednesday with some definitely cooler conditions happening Thursday and maybe even stretching into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So cooler would mean more 70s. And lows in the 50s as opposed to anything else. We're not going to see 60s or 50s, something like that. But it will be cooler than average, more 70s than anything else coming for Thursday and beyond of next week. So the 6 to 10 day outlook looks cooler and drier for us, which is not the worst thing in the world. If you wanted to be out on the boat, you'll still have some sunshine that'll help you warm up even with those 70-degree temperatures. But overall, not really concerned about any lasting heat wave coming back on in after we are done with the heat for our Saturday. Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about a little bit more. Not looking like it. So I'll leave this 7-day forecast up. You guys can digest that, and we will wrap things up. Appreciate you joining us again on another Thursday edition of the Beyond the Forecast segment with me, Chief Meteorologist Erik Kostrzewa. If we do have severe weather on any given Thursday, we would likely cancel this segment because I want to make sure that I am keeping an eye on any of those severe thunderstorms that are rumbling on through the mid-Michigan area. But what it looks like now, we'll probably talk about a different subject topic come next Thursday, as that is going to be a quiet day. Thank you again for joining me. We'll see you again next week.